Conservation is crucial for protecting species and supporting nature-based climate solutions. However, land is also vital to the livelihoods, culture, and well-being of many communities. Balancing these needs is essential, and effective conservation must center the voices of those directly impacted, especially Indigenous peoples and local communities, ensuring that they are active participants in decision-making processes. Co-design is emerging as a powerful approach to achieve this balance. By bringing together scientists, community members, and decision makers, co-design ensures that conservation strategies are collaboratively created, honoring the needs, values, and knowledge of all involved. This inclusive model emphasizes mutual learning, shared responsibility, and equity, preventing top-down impositions and enabling communities who understand the land best to lead the process. The use of remote sensing technologies like drones offers effective tools for monitoring biodiversity. However, as Ruha Benjamin points out, technology is not neutral. It often reflects the biases, values, and priorities of its creators. Drones can empower communities to protect ecosystems, but without proper engagement and informed consent, they risk becoming tools of surveillance, reinforcing control rather than promoting equity. Such practices can lead to a surveillance society where local communities feel monitored rather than supported. This tension underscores the need for ethical and transparent use of technology in conservation. Similarly, the use of GIS mapping goes beyond technical work. It's deeply political. In her book, Ruha highlights how technologies can appear objective and still embed and reinforce biases. In conservation, mapping practices can unintentionally categorize regions as valuable or unvaluable, impacting local communities and perpetuating unequal power structures. This raises important questions. Who gets to decide what gets mapped, and how will that data be used? These decisions can shape power dynamics and access to resources, making inclusivity essential. Another ethical concern arises from the tendency of GIS maps to oversimplify complex land use scenarios into binary categories like protected and unprotected. While these labels may help guide policy, they can erase the intricate realities of communities who live on and care for these lands. Additionally, making the location of rare species public could put them at risk if it leads to unwanted attention or exploitation. To address these challenges, we must prioritize equity, inclusiveness, and trust building in conservation efforts. This includes acknowledging that GIS professionals often approach projects with an objective mindset, while local communities have more intimate, nuanced connections to the land. Bridging this gap requires understanding of how these communities have historically been impacted and shifting perspective to prioritize social justice and harm reduction. Ultimately, conservation practices must be more than just efforts to protect nature. They should aim to foster equity, uplift communities, and promote social justice. By centering community voices, ensuring ethical use of technology, and recognizing the political dimensions of data, conservation can become more ethical, effective, and sustainable. It's about creating solutions that work with people, not just for them, ensuring that technology empowers rather than oppresses.